Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In a jaw-dropping turn of events that has left Sister Wives fans reeling, newly uncovered footage and a fiery legal move have flipped the script on the Coyote Pass drama, and this time, it's Janelle Brown who's coming out on top. After years of being gaslit, sidelined, and financially starved out of her rightful piece of the Brown family dream, Janelle has finally seized control of the coveted Coyote Pass property, leaving Kody Brown's once glorious patriarchal empire crumbling under the weight of his own miscalculations, hubris, and unrelenting favoritism. It all began with a surprise court ruling that granted Janelle controlling interest over the largest parcel of the family's shared land, a victory made possible after she filed a quiet legal petition backed by detailed receipts, signed contracts, and unreleased footage that blew the lid off the real story behind the Brown family finances. The footage, now leaked online and rapidly going viral, shows Janelle breaking down in tears in a 2023 confrontation with Kody, where she accused him of lying about the ownership structure, funneling family money into Robyn's mansion, and deliberately delaying building permits so she would give up and walk away. But Janelle didn't walk. She doubled down. In the same video, she is seen slamming down a binder filled with documentation, including bank transactions, text message threads, and a 2019 signed agreement in which Kody verbally and legally promised that Janelle would receive the northernmost acreage, the very piece that holds the most promising value due to elevation and road access. With this footage now verified and presented in court, the judge ruled that Kody and Robyn's attempts to claim full control over the land were intentionally deceptive and not in good faith. The camera then cuts to Robyn in a chaotic scene never aired on TLC, sobbing uncontrollably, pacing through her Flagstaff living room, screaming at Kody, "You promised this would never happen. You told me she'd cave like Mary." Her mascara-streaked face and shaking hands reveal the true unraveling of the woman once seen as the favorite wife, now realizing the foundation she built her future on is sinking fast. Kody, defiant as ever in public, reportedly collapsed into a chair after the verdict, stunned into silence as he processed the reality. His control over Coyote Pass was gone, and with it, the illusion that he was still the head of a functioning plural family. Sources close to production say Kody stormed off set, refused interviews, and hasn't returned any of the network's calls in over a week. Meanwhile, Janelle has risen like a phoenix from the ashes, bold, radiant, and determined. In a new Instagram post, she's seen standing on her plot of Coyote Pass with a tape measure, a hard hat, and a massive grin, captioning the photo, "Time to build something real. For me. #Coyote Pass is mine." Fans flooded the comments with praise, cheering her on as the true matriarch and visionary of the Brown family. Even Mary chimed in, liking the post and dropping 3 clapping emojis, signaling what might be an unspoken alliance between the two women who were once considered disposable by Kody. And as for Christine, she reposted it with the words, "She earned every inch." But while Janelle's star rises, the footage has triggered a chain reaction that's sending Kody's empire into full freefall. TLC executives are reportedly panicking over how to handle the fallout. While the drama makes for great TV, the network is now facing pressure from fans to cut ties with Kody altogether, with online petitions demanding a spin-off focused solely on the ex-wives. As for Robyn, her emotional breakdown isn't just dramatic, it's strategic. Insiders say she's been contacting attorneys, fearing she'll be left homeless if the financial unraveling continues. With Janelle now in control of the land, Christine building her life in Utah, and Mary launching a new wellness retreat in Arizona, Robyn is quickly becoming the last one standing in a war she thought she'd won years ago. But karma, as they say, has arrived in steel-toe boots, and it's building a house on Coyote Pass. Janelle's next move? She's reportedly working with a female-led construction firm to break ground on a minimalist, solar-powered homestead by fall 2025, promising it will be a symbol of independence, sustainability, and healing. Kody, meanwhile, is said to be holed up in the basement of Robyn's now over-mortgaged home, stewing over betrayal, loss, and the empire he let slip through his fingers. The irony? He once said Coyote Pass would be his legacy. Now, it belongs to the woman he underestimated most, and the world is watching her turn it into something powerful. In a bombshell development that's sending shockwaves through Sister Wives fandom, Janelle Brown has officially taken control of Coyote Pass, a move so bold and unprecedented it's being called the final nail in the coffin of Kody Brown's unraveling patriarchal empire. After years of tension, broken promises, and fractured relationships, the footage that's just surfaced reveals not only the power shift many fans have been speculating about for months, but the emotional wreckage it's leaving behind, most notably in Robyn, whose tearful breakdown is captured in heart-wrenching, unfiltered clarity. For years, Kody portrayed himself as the charismatic, commanding head of a plural family built on spiritual unity and mutual respect. But that illusion has shattered like glass under pressure. Behind the scenes, the cracks were already forming. Now, those cracks have widened into canyons, and Janelle has walked right through them, keys in hand, eyes blazing with purpose. Gone is the Janelle who once sat silently during family meetings. In her place stands a resolute, empowered woman who, tired of waiting for leadership from a man who's become increasingly obsessed with control and favoritism, took decisive legal and emotional steps to claim what she believes is rightfully hers. The footage reveals it all. Janelle arriving at Coyote Pass, not as a guest, but as a rightful owner. Her tone is calm, but firm. Her posture, unshakable. As the camera pans to the panoramic, empty landscape once pitched as the Brown family's utopia, it's clear something has changed. This isn't just about land. It's about legacy. Janelle's quiet power has finally thundered to the forefront, while Kody's once dominant image as family patriarch crumbles into dust, along with the carefully constructed narrative he's tried to maintain for nearly 2 decades. The scene turns, and we see Kody pacing, disheveled, raking his fingers through unkempt curls, muttering about betrayal, confusion, and the dream we had. His voice cracks, not with sadness, but with disbelief. It's the first time fans have seen Kody truly cornered. He's no longer the one dictating terms. He's reacting, flailing, watching as the very foundation of his plural family collapses around him. And then there's Robyn. Oh, Robyn. For years, she was seen as the favored wife, the emotionally expressive one who always had Kody's ear and his undivided protection. But now, in this latest footage, she's seen sobbing uncontrollably, mascara streaming down her cheeks as she clutches a tissue in one hand and a crumpled dream in the other. This wasn't supposed to happen, she gasps between sobs. We were supposed to do this together, all of us. But all of us no longer exists. What was once a polygamous partnership has dissolved into alliances and battle lines. Robyn's heartbreak is real, raw, and vulnerable, but some fans argue it's also karmic. For years, critics accused her of monopolizing Kody's affection, isolating him from the other wives, and creating a hierarchy in what was meant to be an egalitarian spiritual union. Now, as she weeps alone, viewers are torn between empathy and a sense of grim vindication. The footage cuts to Mary and Christine, both of whom have emotionally and, in some cases, legally distanced themselves from Kody. Their commentary is minimal but scathing. It's not surprising, Christine says bluntly. We've all been waiting for someone to take a stand. And Janelle did it. Mary nods in agreement, adding, you can't keep treating people like they don't matter and expect loyalty in return. It's clear this isn't just a land dispute. It's a reckoning. A spiritual, emotional, and logistical reckoning of a family that built its fame on unity, only to be torn apart by ego, favoritism, and lack of accountability. Legal documents shown in the footage confirm Janelle's name on key property deeds. Insiders claim she moved forward after months of delays, unkept promises from Kody, and growing frustration over her place in the family structure. Janelle, who always prioritized her independence, had finally had enough. I waited, she says in the footage. I waited for plans, I waited for leadership, I waited for respect. And all I got was excuses. So, I made my own decision. It's a moment of liberation, but it's also a moment of irreversible transformation. The power dynamic of the Brown family has shifted permanently, and fans are watching it unfold with bated breath. Kody's empire, the one he touted as God-ordained and tightly knit, isn't just showing signs of weakness. It's collapsing in real time. As the footage ends, the camera zooms out on Coyote Pass, once a symbol of unity, now a battleground of broken dreams, reclaimed strength, and new beginnings. And at the center of it stands Janelle, unmoved, unafraid, and undeniably in control. Kody's rich romance backfires, Robyn's shocking tell-all, kids turn on their father, and Vanessa's ultimatum revealed. Just when Kody Brown thought he was stepping into a new life of luxury and reinvention, his high-stakes romance with Vanessa, the mysterious, wealthy woman who pulled him from the edge of bankruptcy, is proving to be far more volatile than he ever expected. While Kody believed that trading in Robyn for a glamorous, cash-rich new fiancé would earn him freedom and admiration, the reality is far more humiliating. Vanessa isn't building a life with Kody, she's building a brand on his collapse. And as Robyn regains her voice and prepares to go public with a bombshell tell-all, the truth about Kody's betrayal, manipulation, and the dark secrets behind his financial ruin are about to explode across the internet. According to multiple insiders, Vanessa has already begun filming a documentary-style, limited series chronicling her relationship with Kody, a series she claims will focus on female empowerment, emotional abuse recovery, and the dangers of reality TV manipulation. Though Kody thought he'd be the star of a redemption arc, early production leaks show he's being portrayed as an emotionally desperate, money-hungry narcissist who used his religious lifestyle to control women and exploit family loyalty. Worse still, Vanessa has begun conducting private interviews with former crew members and even Kody's estranged children, offering financial compensation for raw, on-camera testimonials. One producer says she's turning his downfall into content, and Kody has no clue. Meanwhile, Robyn is staging her own comeback. After weeks of hiding behind blackout curtains and emotionally crumbling in silence, she's reportedly hired a high-profile media attorney and PR strategist to begin reclaiming her image. Her legal team is preparing a multi-platform media package that includes exclusive interviews, a possible book deal, and, most explosively, unreleased audio clips and text threads showing Kody's manipulation behind the scenes of Sister Wives. In one voice note, allegedly dated just a month before Kody proposed to Vanessa, he can be heard telling Robyn, "You're a weight I can't carry anymore. You're not the brand, Robyn. You're the burden." This clip alone is said to have sent Robyn into a breakdown so severe she required emergency counseling, and the fallout has only intensified. Robyn's eldest daughter, Aurora, is reportedly furious at her father, having learned that he referred to her as emotional dead weight in private conversations with Vanessa. One close friend claims Aurora said, "I used to believe in him. Now I just want him out of our lives." Meanwhile, Dayton has taken legal steps to change his name, no longer wishing to be associated with the man who treated my mom like a liability. And insiders confirm that Solomon and Ariella are asking heartbreaking questions like, "Why doesn't Daddy love us anymore?" As Kody's children distance themselves, even his former wives are speaking out. Janelle, who had remained largely silent during the initial divorce chaos, is now posting cryptic messages like, "Truth doesn't fear the spotlight, and you never needed him. He needed your silence." Christine, ever the mama bear, is privately rallying support for Robyn, not as a friend, but as a fellow survivor.
"She was warned, yes.
But no woman deserves to be discarded like that," Christine reportedly said. And in a surprise twist, Mary has begun negotiating with a podcast network to host a new series called The Other Wives, where she plans to interview women about toxic religious patriarchy, with Robyn rumored to be her first guest. But even as Kody's house of cards begins collapsing publicly, his obsession with Vanessa hasn't waned. It's intensified. Multiple sources say Kody has grown, erratic and paranoid, insisting Vanessa is the future of the family, even though she refuses to let him move in until he signs a strict non-disclosure agreement and full financial transparency contract. Kody, once the self-styled alpha male of his polygamous tribe, now reportedly spends most of his time in Airbnb rentals, juggling Zoom calls with potential investors for family-focused crypto ventures that never seem to materialize. And yet, Vanessa isn't entirely the savior she pretends to be. A deeper investigation into her past reveals a trail of former boyfriends, business partners, and estranged friends who describe her as a narcissistic genius with a savior complex. One ex told reporters, "She finds broken men, fixes their lives just enough to control them, then throws them away once they get dependent." Could Kody be the next in that line? In a private meeting leaked by a disgruntled associate, Vanessa allegedly told a business partner, "Kody is a great case study. A man who mistook control for love and now has to pay the price in public." The footage is now being shopped around streaming platforms, with one major network reportedly offering a seven-figure deal for exclusive rights. Kody, upon hearing the rumors, was said to have flown into a rage, shouting, "She used me. She promised to help me get back on top." But the betrayal may go even deeper. Robyn's team claims they've uncovered documents suggesting Vanessa's early financial help to Kody wasn't a gift. It was a structured, legally binding business loan with strict default clauses. Should Kody fail to deliver on promised returns from his shelved Brown Family Retreat project, Vanessa could seize control of his remaining assets, including intellectual property tied to sister wives. Translation? Kody might not just lose his family, he could lose the rights to his own name and story. Now, the clock is ticking. Robyn's tell-all is set to drop this fall, right as TLC plans to release a Sister Wives, The Fallout special. With the kids refusing to film and Vanessa preparing to go viral, Kody is facing the ultimate humiliation, becoming the villain of both his past and his future. No longer the charismatic leader with golden curls and big dreams, Kody has become a cautionary tale, a man who traded loyalty for luxury and ended up with neither. And as viewers gear up for what may be the most scandalous season in reality TV history, one thing is clear. Kody Brown's love story isn't a romance. It's a tragedy written in lies, betrayal, and the price of selling your soul for one last shot at fame.